That's weird. Disney Plus just locked down my whole shit.
Took over. It's the globalists. They gotta filter the feed.
Well, now we better be sponsored by Disney. All right, which one are we going to do? Now we can see what all of our options are. Except for some of them.
I'm up for Rogue One, man.
Okay.
Let's do Rogue One. Pick a time. About
We should do 2 hours and 20 minutes
80.
into something so we can try to guess what visual artist's
Let's do
name is
220.
popping up on screen. 220 minutes or 2 hours and 20 minutes?
yes, after the movie. Let's guess which scene's going on.
I don't think it's even 220 in length.
Oh, that's true.
So that would not work, Mopar.
Let's do 110 minutes in.
It's half of that.
That's my thought.
Nice. We're doing math today.
We got it done, baby.
All right, so 110 minutes equals an hour 50. So it is still very close to the end. I guess I could look when I pull it up on Disney Plus, but I was going to look up the length. 2 hours and 13, so we're only 23 minutes towards the end. So
Cameron Smith, I think, is already guessing. Boggle it.
I wish it was Borgullet. I just want to watch this just for Borgullet.
You know, if Borgullet's going to be the thing you're going to make fun of in this movie, it's a good movie.
Think we're ever going to get a Borgullet
Hot toy?
cosplay?
Jesus, how many people would have to run that thing? Just you'd have to build it around like a shopping cart or something. Has there been even like Jabba outside of people just putting like a brown plastic bag on their heads? Oh, gullet.
Why is this like black? Disney Plus is bugging out right now.
Yeah, that's what happens. Well, the scene. This is what we're watching right now. If you're live with us,
What the hell?
this has been a night already. I think it's the rain.
Ooh, I bet I know why. Probably because I'm screen recording. So Disney's like, yo, you can't screen this shit.
Ooh,
All
they're
right.
smart.
Well, you guys won't be able to see this. And actually, I don't know if we'll be able to see this.
Oh my God.
But I can go by audio. Well, at least you can hear it.
I guess. All right. 110 minutes in. Which, yeah, 150. Let's just scoot around. Let's scoot.
Stop.
Disney.
Thank you.
No, you got to
Jesus,
ask the
Disney.
Globus. Please stop.
Please stop. Disney.
My Disney Plus.
Bob Iger, please stop. He's sitting back there with the control buttons, making sure everybody's stuff is getting streamed. He's the real Borgul in this scenario. Okay.
150. How long is the movie? 206, you said?
213.
213. So we've got about 15, 20 minutes left. 25 minutes left?
I'm trying to calculate how long credits usually are. And I'm trying to also think that like this one, there's no resolution. It leads right up to the end.
How close
Cliffhanger.
How close do you think the Star Destroyer is being pushed down into the world ring thing? You know what I'm talking about?
World. He just made a globe gesture. The world. Couldn't think of the name.
The Scarif ring. That's
I'm
what
trying
I'm
to think what happens like right before she right before they fire.
You know what? That's going to be my guess is the kiss. Cuz you still got the Vader scene, the running around with the plans. They get away, you still have Leia.
The plan.
I'm
gonna
gonna say they're sitting there on the beach waiting to get destroyed by the wave of the Death Star blow.
Okay. I'm gonna say
World.
she is walking down that plank towards the TIE fighter.
That's in the There is no TIE fighter.
Oh yeah,
That's
was
in the
trailer.
That's
that
in the
wasn't
trailer.
In the movie.
You guessed the wrong movie, bro.
No, it's the same movie, just wrong
Unreleased.
shot.
Unreleased movie.
Okay, then she's on the roof of the satellite walking towards the control panel or whatever.
Okay.
Because she puts the disc in on the other end, and for some reason you have to go confirm that shit from the opposite end of the platform.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that's my guess.
Get in your guess. Like I said, 110 minutes in, an hour, 50 minutes. What's happening in Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Yeah. I think we're going to get there real quickly. All right. We're scrolling. We're family.
Scrolling. It's easier with my thumb. So we're going to like an hour 46.
Oh man,
Oh,
we're
she's
not
still
as far.
climbing.
Hour
Oh, she hasn't even
47.
started climbing yet.
Where are we? So I overshot it. All right, so the beach battle's going on.
Almost everybody's dead. Not quite yet.
Everybody's right at an hour 50. They're on the beach, and you saw what's his face Scrubs.
Yep.
Pajama Scrubs.
And Jin's jumping onto the tower to start climbing up. So yeah, I haven't even gotten to the top yet.
We both overshot it. I overshot it by quite a bit. Man, a lot happens real quick.
Well, how long? I need to do my calculations for future competition. But how long is the credits? Public credits.
Yeah, let's guesstimate that. Boom.
8.5 minutes of credits.
8.5 minutes of credits.
That's why I was trying to in my head shave 10 minutes off the whole run time and then go backwards from there. But it's too much math.
See, to be honest, I was guessing 5 minutes of credits. So I gotta
Be
overestimate.
more constructive with your math.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding us about Guess the Scene. We haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
I forgot how much fun it was.
World. If Disney Plus would work, I did turn on. I was feeling nostalgic this morning, and I was like, I don't really feel like putting on a Star Wars movie because I don't feel like paying attention. I just want to put something on, and I all of a sudden I heard two. It might have been even the cats jumping. It was just do. I was like, Cruella de Vil, Cruella. Because when he starts stomping on the ground, Cruella de Vil. So I put on 101 Dalmatians, and you forget how old that stuff is, because
I forgot you can just watch it whenever you want now.
Yeah, you forget how old this stuff is, because the voice acting and the mouthing of the characters is way the fuck off.
Really?
Yeah, it's 1961. I mean, it's not atrocious, but it's noticeable how stuff has evolved. Like the dogs obviously talk in that, so it's difficult to match that anyways.
Dalmatians, it's not on here.
Yes, it is. I watched it today. I swear to God, 101 Dalmatians on Disney Plus.
The live action ones, and then some garbage sequel they made.
Yeah, you're missing out.
What?
I watched it on Disney Plus this morning.
What?
The original. Horace and Jasper. Where his knees come out the windows.
His legs are sticking out of the car.
We love that.
Oh my God.
It is. It's great.
Shit. Well, all right. I'm gonna have to watch this then.
Yeah, it's on there. It's in the vault thing. Yeah, keep going.
I mean, I've seen it 100 times,
Should be right there.
but it's not.
Right there. That's it. Boom.
1961. It didn't come up in search. That's weird.
Isn't that crazy how old Disney stuff is?
Yeah. I
Someone-
want to go tour their studio.
Someone shared something. What was it?
God, it's one of the best. I love this one. I love the jazz soundtrack. It's really good.
And he does that.
I know. I want to look at
Cruella.
his stupid fucking hands when he's doing this shit. Sorry, I was just so tangential, but I can't get over.
It's another 30 seconds. You got to go forward. Because it's after Cruella comes up. Yeah, right here. Keep going forward.
You're a liar.
Oh, you did pass it. Sorry. All right, let's get back to the podcast here.
No, I want to watch this scene.
No. Before that. Disney Plus. Oh, the Globals hurt us again.
Bob, what are you doing to me? Don't do this.
Right there.
People should go watch this if you're listening. I just want to see his hand. I was just going to say I should record this and make it a GIF, but I won't be able to because Disney Plus will prevent me from doing that.
Doesn't it look like it's in slow motion?
No,
The frame rate looks off. I don't know. It's just half.
all right, whatever. I'm over this.
Okay, thank
I
God.
couldn't find it. Maybe because it's old and it's been digitally retouched to make it look bright and fancy.
How would you do that? It's because I assume it was an actual cartoon. You'd have to do it page by page. Is the masters?
I honestly have no idea.
Are the masters of a movie like that? Is there a book sitting somewhere that they flipped through, and then actually made a motion picture?
I don't even know how the animation gets made, so I really couldn't tell you.
I did watch a behind the scenes of Disney, and they were discussing what made Disney different, and it was cool because they did this 3-step setting.
Yeah.
So you would actually, it wasn't just a flat 2D thing. They did have different levels of the the scene,
Yeah.
even for a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it was cool because like when they shined light on it, the shadows would actually. It was very intense.
They would construct like part of the scene as like a set, and the whatever plays the animation would be like behind it. Yeah, I watched that documentary. I think.
Yeah.
Still don't know how animation gets made, but I watched it.
We got to ask an animator on here once.
The other thing I was thinking of was like I wanted to rewatch some Avengers movies, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I can just fire it up and watch Endgame whenever I want.
Yeah, it's so
convenient.
So convenient. Yeah, and when I was looking for 101 Dalmatians earlier, I came across Black Panther on it. I was like, fuck, I haven't watched Black Panther in a goddamn minute. I think I've only seen it maybe twice.
I was looking for my dog.
So
My dog's here.
yeah, I'm gonna have to queue up Black Panther here real soon.
I might go old school on this right now.
Oh, I feel liberated. I took my mic off the stand. I can lean back and be cool.
See, I'm comfortable. I'm leaning into it.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm on the podcast.
Stop acting cool. Can't fake the funk, baby.
Sorry. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Star Wars.
The original?
Favorite Star Wars movie? I still, if I had to pick
The
one
3.
movie to watch, it'd probably have to be 3.
Even after everything we've seen,
You know,
all
it's
5 new movies.
But it's everything added up. It's everything. It's my favorite action Star Wars, and don't get me wrong, the newer ones are getting close to it. It's the characters that I care about. Obi-Wan, it's the best Obi-Wan. Anakin, it's the best Anakin.
That's true.
You get to see Vader suited at the end. Palpy's crazy. Everything's come to fruition, man. Yoda looks the best. You get the Palpy Yoda battle.
Ooh, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, you could argue like Episode 5 Yoda. I mean, I think that's probably the standard stock Yoda that everybody thinks about.
Depends on which movies you grew up with, I guess. Because Yoda was still a puppet until Episode 2, technically, until 2002. I really wish they had figured out how to make the puppet work in Episode 1. Because I like the idea, but it just looks out of place with everything else.
You couldn't do a lightsaber battle with a puppet.
That's true.
Could you imagine the battle that they would have to create with a goddamn hand puppet?
Wonder if Luke.
There's a goddamn thumb war over here between.
I wonder if Lucas thought of that. I wonder if back then he was like developing Yoda as like the old sage and was like, well, he's gonna fight. He's really old now, but I'm gonna make him go back and fight at some point. And if he had like Jim Henson build the puppet for that, he was thinking ahead.
I got something for you.
I got some for your ass.
So I was doing some research on the Gungans, and actually what spawned this was when I was at Barnes & Noble, I was looking at a visual dictionary of the worlds in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Naboo was the first one because they were doing it by film. So Episode 1, Naboo was the first thing we goddamn see.
Nobody in it.
And Oda Gunga, the city, the hidden city of the Gungans. First of all, there's a lot of cool tech and background, in which I'll discuss here real soon. But I came across this behind-the-scenes article on Wikipedia, and it said Oda Gunga first appeared in 1999, Star Wars Episode blah blah 1, blah blah blah. According to early storyboards of the film, Oda Gunga was meant to be wiped out along with the Gungans prior to the Battle of Naboo.
Oh Jesus.
However, as genocide was judged to be too dark for the film, the story was adjusted.
Yeah, I would say so.
No!
What?
Fucking wipe them out, and it would... No.
Wipe them out.
No.
All of them.
What the fuck do you think happens to the Wookiees 2 goddamn movies later? And they say, oh, for Episode 1, the Gungans are too happy.
Well,
you can't kill them off.
Episode 3 is a war. I just typed in Amazon. I meant to go to Amazon.com.
The globalists are slowly downloading into you.
Because I wanted to look this up. I don't have any of the visual dictionaries. I only have them for Disney era stuff. I wanted to see if there was old ones from the old movies.
Everything that I was looking at today had Disney's logo on it, so it had been updated, I assume.
Visual dictionary of Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, that's not the one the one I was specifically talking about was of the worlds. It was all the worlds in the Star Wars universe.
Gotcha. I'm sure there's some stuff in here too, though. Oh, I can get all 3 for $100. That's great.
What do you think? Like, I feel like that wouldn't have been too bad, though. Let's just say that it got that brutal, that the Trade Federation came down
Used from $1.81.
for the Episode 1.
Yeah.
Original.
I'm getting all these in used versions, $1 each, for only $3.
$1.72. Wow. Just to have them, spend $10.
Oh, episode 2 is a little more expensive.
$3.
That must mean it's a better movie.
Very good. Wow.
Must mean it's a better movie. What else is in my cart?
Can you stop shopping?
I'm
On the show?
This is research.
Is that right?
This is research. So one day, sorry, Jackson. One day I can come back and say, "Oh, Mopar, you were right. I fact checked you."
So, yeah, I just when I read that, I was like, "Fuck, that would have." First of all, it deepens the plot. It makes the trade federations and the droids more prominent. We don't have to wait goddamn 25 years for the Mandalorian series to come out to see an actual super battle droid murder people in the streets. It's all this Roger, and doing nothings.
I think it's all fine. They could have showed some scenes in the Nubian cities of them like actually corralling prisoners or like shooting a couple people.
I still think...
But otherwise, it's fine.
I think the Nubians should have felt guilty that they didn't come to the help of the Gungans, and there should have been high tension between Jar Jar and the Queen.
I agree.
Like, if there was genocide to that point where they wiped them out and they're like, fuck, we have to step up for ourselves because there's nothing else left.
I don't think they were not thinking that deeply back in 1999.
And I don't know. It just I love steaks. I love a medium rare.
Medium rare?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When there's things at stake, man, it builds more character
And
too.
there's steak on the grill. That's just all I can think about.
I mean, add it up. Give me a potato too.
So if anyone is missing out on visual dictionaries, you can take my advice and go get them all used. I can get them all for $13. That's good.
Every single one for 13.
Well, all the ones I don't have. I'm sure I had these back in the day. My mom must have given all my shit away, and it's pretty annoying. All right, cool. Yeah, because I did the same thing at Barnes & Noble one day. I just randomly grabbed a Star Wars book and opened it up, and it was about Naboo, and they were showing a cross-section of the planet core.
Yeah.
And how we didn't know how the hell they went through the middle of the planet to the other side in a boat.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
We thought that they literally like drilled through the one side of the planet to the other. But
Wasn't it
the crust of the planet is like porous. So there's a bunch
Yeah.
of like tunnels and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah, man.
Incredible cross sections, I think that one was.
So long story short, more genocide is needed.
More genocide
In
is
Star
needed.
Wars.
More stakes. Yeah, I think it's just an era. It's just part of the era. You could look in the fucking original trilogy. Besides Vader torturing a couple people, like
Yeah, nothing happens.
it's
no
not
one dies.
that brutal at all.
No, and if someone dies, they always have a helmet on and there's zero blood. It's all stormtroopers.
Yeah,
Or I guess he does choke one of his like admirals.
like 4 of them.
What a cop out! So we don't have to put blood. We'll just say he chokes people with his mind. Okay, sounds good.
Ended up being the most badass thing.
I know
ever,
it
though.
is, but yeah,
I guess Han gets tortured a little bit.
you don't see it. Yeah,
He has
And this
some
is
pretty
how-
gnarly screams though.
he just looks like he's going into a tanning bed. No.
Too much UV. Turn it down.
Speaking of, why is Luke so pale?
Being on Tatooine. Yeah.
He's missed out on that one there, Star
He's got
Wars.
well, you see in the deleted scene, he's got that giant fisherman's hat. So he must be wearing that when he's out cropping the moisture, so he doesn't get burned.
Luke should look more like Deadpoolio.
Well, that's why they wear all those big robes and everything, so they don't burn their skin.
Yeah, I guess.
There's a difference. Like when you're in the desert, it's a whole different thing. It's not like getting tan. Like you'll fucking melt.
Yeah,
That's why he wears a tunic.
farming moisture.
That's why he wears Jedi outfits to farm moisture.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing, I'm gonna continue along this Gungan storyline.
I really
now
do
it's-
love the Gungans.
Now it's cool when there's such a depth of culture and background to this stuff. Because I was always interested in like where did their cities come from? Like, how does that work and all of that? So I guess everything's generated from this plasma that naturally occurs on Naboo. And the Gungans, many years ago, figured out how to farm this plasma and use it. Basically like a nuclear reactor, but plasma.
Yeah.
And that's what generates energy for their cities.
Yeah, plasma shield.
Yeah. I mean, basically it's big bubbles, but they can like produce these bubbles whenever the fuck they want, and then it like protects it with the plasma and all this shit. And one of the other small cool things the depth of description, the depth of description that they do in
We
this
should
shit.
have made more notes on the description.
It's the filtration for their air that they're breathing.
Yeah.
They use an exotic bacteria that, as it like eats disease or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it glows, and that's that yellowish hue that you see when you go up to the city. So
Yeah.
that's why it's glowing.
Jump up, Jackson. Jump up. Jump. Come on.
Doesn't happen today.
Yeah, I want to know. That's the job that I would want in the Star Wars universe is we made this really cool shit in concept, and now the movie's out, and you need to make up a reason as to why it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, exotic bacteria. I've never used that one before.
That glows when it eats.
Never used that
diseases
as
and shit.
an excuse. Yeah, I always loved that. So much detail and everything.
When I was reading the,
Except
because
for
it had
episode
like
9.
it had like a cutaway of the city, and it had, of course, like bullet points pointing everywhere, and there was
Yeah.
a fish outside of the bubble, and there was a bullet point to it, and it was just like curious fish. It's like, what the fuck am I
like
reading?
The things they decide to put a subtitle to, yeah, in those books.
You know
It's
what they'll
really
need
funny.
to know about this fish? It wonders a lot of things.
Yeah, there was one. It
Curious.
pointed to one of them in the episode 9, and it was just like intense gaze. Like it was pointed to a guy's eyes.
It was
Just
for
like
8.
intense stare.
No, it was for the Guavian gang leader. Yeah. Yep. I saw that today because I opened that one up too. Right to his eyes. Intense gaze.
Intense gaze pisses off his enemies.
Pisses off his enemies. Instant pissology. Oh, man, Star Wars. Okay, let's get into this Vader shit.
Do you want to talk about Vader?
I would.
Well, I was talking in the chat before you get into the. Let's keep the main event for last. Keep everybody put in your pay-per-view prescriptions here before we get to the main card. We're gonna keep pushing that back.
That mean
Bring in more ad money.
you gotta continue shopping? You gotta run errands over here? What is this?
Oh, I left it up so I don't forget.
Oh.
But I want to actually check out during the show, or should I? Would that look cooler?
You could add more throughout the show.
That's true. Yeah, every time we mention anything, I'm just like, oh, there's a book for that. I want to look it up. Anyways, we were talking in our group chat about just somebody ranked Star Wars again. I don't know why it's one of my favorite things to do is just put a bunch of numbers in order, but I still do it and I still change it around. But I was watching back to Empire, and it just really, really, really is really good. I've tried to be like, yeah, it's fine. It's original trilogy. I'm kind of like not about that, blah, blah, blah. But I watched it again. And I was just like, holy fuck. They really hit everything in this one.
Yeah, there's something that I'll never be able to do,
It's like a perfect storm of things.
and it's watch 4, 5, and 6 completely unbiased. Not like trying to unlearn what I have learned. You know, I know the story going forward. I know when someone says Jedi, I already know what they look like, what they do, the Force powers, the Council. I know it all.
From a certain point of view.
I'm not saying that because I'm intelligent. I'm saying that because I've seen the fucking movies. So to go in, I'll never have that. I'll never have that going in blind, like having no idea.
Yeah.
And watching episode 4 and being like, what is this dude? A fucking space wizard that can mind control people? And what is all this?
I don't have memories of watching the original trilogy for the first time.
I don't either. I
was too young.
I just remember episode 1 was the one that really kicked it off for me. And I'm sure, I guarantee it. I saw episode 5 for sure before episode 1.
No,
I don't remember it.
Right, same here.
But I wish I wish there was something that I could like erase that part of my mind, go back and rewatch it, and see if they're like how I feel about it. Because it's difficult, especially to go back in time. Like everything's 30 years old, clearly.
One of those moments I always think of that is when Bausch rescues Han in Jabba's palace and takes the helmet off, and it's Leia. I was like, I never got to experience that like surprise.
Yeah,
that it was Leia. Just because I was too young when I started watching them, I'm just like, I always just knew that's like, oh, that's just Leia in disguise. Like I never had like the anticipation of like, oh my God, how's he gonna get out of here? He's frozen in carbonite.
Well, and like when Luke leaves on for Dagobah, and all you know is there's a guy named Yoda. A guy. Go to Yoda.
Doesn't say a guy.
Well,
Jesus, Mopar.
Yeah, Jedi Master Jesus. Yoda.
Could be a whammon.
No, because I think he said he is the master who instructed me.
Yeah, Qui-Gon did. That's what I thought he was going to talk about.
But we like that experience of Yoda as a frog. That's Yoda.
That's true.
We never had a realization that like, oh my God, that is the guy that you're looking for.
Would be nice to see those in theaters for the first time. Yeah, because you think, oh, Obi-Wan, it must be someone even older than him. He's probably even got more beard hair.
He is older. A lot older.
And drunker. Yeah.
Is this even working? What's this blue shit up here? There we go. Just making sure. Yeah. It's hard.
What's hard?
I don't know, man.
Watching Star Wars is hard.
Watching Star Wars unbiased, and you say that all the hatred doesn't get to you, but it does. It wears you out.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting because you don't want to have to defend yourself because you enjoyed something. Like
Dude,
that's how I feel. If I post like, oh man, episode 9, everyone's like, fucking trash, Mary Sue, bullshit, I hate this, unfollow. I'm like, dude, I'm just saying I liked it.
I know. Well, that's why I am not even really checking Twitter or Instagram lately because I don't want to hear that shit.
I think it is getting better that the people that do like it are speaking up a lot more.
Good.
And defending stuff. So I do see that side of it, and I am excited for that, but there are just a lot of... I'm not saying you're a trash person if you dislike the stuff. Just don't be a trash person about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just so exhausting to talk about, and I regret, like, everyone that I know knows that I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so every time, like, going home for the holidays, like, right after Episode 9 came out, and everyone's like, do you like the new Star Wars movie? I heard it wasn't very good. I was like, I don't have the energy for this.
Yeah.
I just pretend that I don't like Star Wars anymore.
You know,
I don't want to talk about it with you. Like, I don't want to get into it right now. I don't want to have to explain things.
At that point, I don't understand, because you know what happens is it's that boy that cries wolf. It's one person said it was terrible, got 100 likes. Now it's officially terrible. But no one else has seen the fucking movie. They just heard that it's terrible. You're like, dude, why don't you just go see it?
Right. And then you have some people that are like, oh, you're into Star Wars? Yeah, the new one's okay, but I just always like the old ones.
That's, you know, but
don't care.
But that's a decent conversation. Yeah, I saw them. Okay, strike one. Not strike one, sorry. Check mark.
Checkbox one.
Check mark. Awesome. You saw it. Yeah, you can actually have an opinion by yourself. But you can't go in unbiased anymore. I heard that it sucked, so I'm going to go in. I have that in the back of my mind that it sucked, especially for people that aren't huge fans that can
that's
create
really
their own opinion. It's people that are like, yeah, I like Star Wars. I saw it when I was a kid, and I'll go see these new ones, but I heard it sucked, so I'm going to go in expecting to see at least 10 things that are terrible, so I'm going to be writing that shit down as I watch it.
Right. There's just some what's the word? Level,
shitness.
Some level of fandom that like shitness. Some level of fandom that when you talk to somebody who's a huge Star Wars fan, you know, like the people in Fanboys. Like you say one Star Wars quote, you just say Dewana Wanga, and people know what you're talking about. That's what I want to converse with, because everyone that like casually watches it is hearing the BS from these reviews and articles and like fan stuff, and they're just like, oh, I heard it wasn't that good.
Well, the other thing is the fan service stuff is going to go way over casual fans' heads. And I think there might be a big disconnect, because now the Disney era Star Wars is honing in quite a bit to specific Star Wars fans that I think it's our age that grew up with the prequels I don't think they're honing in on original trilogy fans at all. I do think they're honing in on Clone Wars fans and prequels fans, and they're getting to this era where and like KOTOR, because I do think they're pulling a lot, dude.
That's because everyone that was a kid when those things were being made is now their target
audience. We have the money.
We're like 35, 40 years old.
We're buying the Commander Codys. We're prepaying two years in advance.
So I can get my CC.
But it is, like, if you watch Rogue One and you're just a casual fan, one, you're probably not going to even understand half the movie because you don't know the timeline.
That's the only one that my wife didn't like.
I think the timeline is a huge issue for a casual fan. Because you throw in a Baby Yoda and everyone's like, wait, this happens before the movies? And you're like, no, this actually happens after the movies that you're talking about.
Right.
I have to even explain which movies, which it's like, just pay attention.
Is that the ones with Jar Jar or not the ones with Jar Jar? Are those the Jar Jar ones?
I think I just rocketed off into space. Did you hear my exhaust?
That's what that's the qualifier for me. Is like if anybody says, oh, those are the ones with Jar Jar, I'm just like, I like Star Trek. I'm gonna see you later. I'm leaving. Let's talk about football.
In the instance that you're discussing, like if it's like extended family or they just know you're a Star Wars fan, and they're like, "What'd you think of it?" And even if I said it was really good, I'm probably gonna say, you might want to wait till it comes out on DVD and just casually watch it.
Everyone should go see Star Wars in theaters
because I know they're gonna go and try to absorb it all. And if any casual fan watches Episode 9. You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? First of all, how is he still alive?
I disagree. I saw it with my whole family. All the kids are Star Wars fans, and all the adults have seen them all once, but don't really know what the fuck's going on. And everybody enjoyed it.
Do you think they're doing enough reference points?
You don't give dummies enough credit.
Did you just call your family dumb?
I didn't mean to. I meant like average mofos that don't, read every Star Wars book that's ever been made.
Did you just call your family average mofos? I didn't mean to.
I really didn't.
You're standard mofo.
They don't listen, thank God.
Oh, dude.
An analogy gone wrong.
No. You don't give the shitters enough pots.
The shitters.
Yeah,
What I mean is I think as long as you've seen all of them, you can make sense of what's happening. I think 9 was racy and like not edited well, but you can still understand what's going on. From an action point
they
of view.
say it in the dialogue. You mean Emperor Palpatine's back and he's on this planet and there's Death Star tech and they're blowing shit up again? I think that's even the emphasis.
That is a verbatim quote. That's in the visual dictionary.
Oh, man.
Next to Pip and his character that said one thing.
It is the casual fans that always ask, too, did you like it? And you're like, yes. And then it immediately goes into, well, I heard it wasn't good. Why did you like it? I'm like, I don't have to.
I know. That's what I mean. And even if on a good day, maybe I do. But like, it's just after all the things that we listen to and talk about in the closer knit fandom, like I don't want to go to somebody that has a different level of awareness about Star Wars and try to explain away why I liked it. I liked it because it's fucking Star Wars.
But it's the stuff like even in Episode 9, no one, including the shitters, understood.
This is you.
No one understood that there's like a potential of a Darth Bane fucking legacy. That's the stuff that's
just
like,
icing on the cake.
That's more than icing. That's the dildo. I think.
Okay.
I held a big one too. If you guys are live with us, took 2 hands. I think. But that's like the stuff that's the special stuff for Star Wars fans. That's why it's there for us huge fans to like grasp and see and to realize like, oh my God, he just said all the Sith. And he wants Rey to kill him. And it's like, oh my, wait, we're backpedaling. This fucking could have happened with Zana and Darth Bane. But I don't want to have to explain that to anybody.
You don't have to though. Those are the things that make it a payoff when you are invested in all this shit for so long, and that does happen in a movie. It's like gratifying. It's like, oh fuck yeah, that's so cool that they use that. Yeah. But if you didn't know what was happening, like it's not a big deal. It's just an interesting part of the story.
Yeah.
I'm all the Sith.
There's some very bad. There's some episode 3 bad lines in that. And I am all the Jedi.
I still think that one's not as bad as you say.
I don't like it.
How long until it's out on Disney Plus?
That's good. I mean, it's still out in theaters. I saw it today.
Certain theaters.
I didn't see it today. I saw it listed today.
Oh, for real? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really pushing that, huh? Trying to hit that billion, yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to eyeball.
Movie.
I was trying to eyeball 1917. I still haven't seen it. I'm not sure I'm going to catch it. And then Ford vs. Ferraris on Xbox Live or whatever the Xbox store. Whatever the fuck the Nubians call it these days.
I don't know why I think it's funny that you always buy your movies on your Xbox. I don't know why I think it's funny. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
It's it's easy. It goes to everything. I log in. It's available on my laptop, my desktop, my Xbox, my phone. I'm logged in.
Why don't you just rent it, though?
Why would I rent it if I can own it? And plus, a lot of times when I buy stuff, the rent is like $3.99, and I buy it for $7.
I guess I'm more thinking about brand new movies. Like I can rent The Joker for like $6. I can buy it for $30 because it's brand new. It just came out of theaters. That'll go down, but
oh yeah, everything launches on Xbox for $20 if it's brand new.
yeah, I would pay $6 and just rent it and just watch it.
Oh, I've watched it 6 times this week, so
well, maybe Joker's a bad example because that's an exception.
well, this is stuff that the only stuff that I'm gonna buy. Otherwise, I'm not gonna watch it. Jamie over here saying he saw the worst movie of all time 10 times.
Rise of Skywalker 10 times, still doesn't like it. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, the people that did not think this was a satisfying ending for the sequel trilogy, let alone the saga, I can totally see why.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even want to say our type of fan, but like based on the stuff that we're normally into, I felt like we were really pampered in Rise of Skywalker. Like we got all the things that we would want to see. Fucking epic force powers, like Palpatine's back, the Sith troopers, all that kind of stuff.
It sounds like Jamie's trying to, like, he's asking us what wowed us from The Rise of Skywalker. I don't think that's why it was there, though. It's supposed to be the wrap-up, not the wow. The wow was Episode 8. That was the wow. But, yeah, I could see the argument that it was a little lackluster, but, yeah, I loved the relationship between Kylo and Rey.
Yep.
And it really came to a culmination in Episode 9.
Highlights, I would say Ben Solo is a highlight.
Everything Palpy does, man.
Exegol is a highlight. The whole opening sequence when Kylo arrives and is tracking him down, I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, there's high points like when Leia passes, you're like, oh fuck, and then you see
high point in a different way.
And then you see Han Solo as a ghost. From whatever point of view you want, he was a fucking ghost standing there that Ben Solo saw.
Just a memory.
No,
yeah.
He was a ghost.
No, he's not a ghost.
How was he not a ghost?
It's just Ben's memory.
I saw him.
You can see he was saying the same dialogue as when he was on the bridge when he killed him. He was like remembering that in a different light, and he was like connecting with his dad.
So he shook hands with his ghost.
In Batman vs Superman, where Superman's on the mountain, and his dad shows up and they chat. It's the same thing as that. He's just having a thought.
Force ghost.
Flashback memory thing. No, there's a lot in Tross. I hate saying that. That wowed me. But yeah, I can totally see why it's not satisfying.
Yeah. I completely get the argument
with you, but I can see.
I completely agree with the argument that Palpy went out too quick. But, I mean, they had a movie to wrap up. I get it. But we all say, let's just add a fucking hour to it and get the giblets running. Let's not fuck around anymore.
Palpatine went out too quick, you say. Oh, sorry. I was slouching the whole time. I feel like I need to sit up a little bit.
Palpy went out way too quick. He became the strongest being ever again. And then, the Jedi. And then, wait, the fuck?
Yeah.
Didn't he just suck the life from you and you're up walking around?
I wouldn't say up
CrossFit
walking around. She had to get her surge of energy from all the Jedi voiceovers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Use this mic, I beg you.
Do it.
Sorry. I was switching it back. I'm trying to get it the height adjusted on the mic. Yeah, the problem with Palpatine coming back, not him specifically, but just wrapping all that stuff up is like there's no clean way to do it. Like the culmination of even like Avengers, like I really thought they did that pretty well, but the time travel stuff is not the cleanest thing in the world. I just don't think there's going to be an easy way to do that. And they kind of just had to pick one. Like, of course he's going to die by the end of it. Of course Rey's going to win. Like, they knew that much.
You know, I don't know what they could have added. If there was a little more screen time of Palpatine and it could have been plotting or, you know, trying to get more power. I don't know, whatever they could have added, but a little more back and forth just to show, like, what he's doing. Like, you have no idea that he's just sitting in a fucking rave with the lightning all over. And he's just like, Kylo, go do this.
You know how in Rogue One, Vader shows up to talk to Krennic, and then he's in the end, and that's it?
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Palpatine. But Palpatine's like the main villain. I don't know why I said Palpatine. Palpatine.
Drink your Palpatine.
Drink your Palpatine. Be sure to drink your Palpatine. What can we change that with? Be sure to worship your Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like he was like in the beginning to establish the plot, and then he spoke to General Pride or Admiral Pride.
Mm-hmm. He does speak
once.
He talks to Kylo in that corridor, in that hallway. He's not there,
Just
but
his
he talks
voice,
to him.
yeah.
Yeah. While Kylo's just staring at a wall. All the stormtroopers are walking by like,
Reshoots. Oh.
what?
Just saying he probably did that voiceover, and they just made it look like Kylo was in a hall talking to no one because they needed to add it, and he didn't have time to go back to Exegol and shoot it.
Oh.
Couldn't add Exegol into his travel plans.
Can't make it there.
It's too busy.
Blustery winds. Delayed my flights.
What?
The blustery winds have delayed my flights.
Delayed my lights. Blustery. Oh, wow. It's a real word. I did not know that was a real word.
Yeah, you don't test me.
I always win the test. This is the first time you've said something.
Well, you doubled down. Now you owe me.
I
The
thought
rest
it was
of
made up.
Blustery.
And it's actually a word. I just didn't put it. I wouldn't.
It's
Heck
from
you.
Winnie the Pooh.
You've never won any spelling bees.
Winnie the Pooh. A blustery day. It's one of my favorite Winnie the Pooh episodes.
I was never big on Winnie the Pooh. I saw it, but I was never big
Absolutely love it. Did you saw the new one?
Nope.
Oh man, with Owen
Obi-Kenobi.
McDonald, Owen McKenobi.
on it. Obi-Wan McDonald.
That even the new one, it had me in tears. Like I teared up so many times. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
That's good. Yeah, I just was never into it.
What did you grow up with?
Same shit you did.
Clearly not.
I was aware that it was a thing.
Wow.
I just didn't watch it.
My childhood was a lot better.
Why?
I
Because
had
you watched
I had Blustery Day.
a bear with no pants on?
He has pants. Oh no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He just has a red shirt. He's a homeless bear that steals honey from people.
He does trip acid though, because he looks at that mirror.
This is a
See
dumb
the heffalumps.
question, but that's a Disney thing, right?
I think
Winnie
it
the Pooh?
wasn't originally, but it is now. I think. I could be wrong. So long ago.
Remember the song? I probably watched it when I was like 0 years old.
Bouncy, flouncy, flouncy, bouncy, fun, 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 fun.
Because wasn't there a song? Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
I used to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's see when this shit started.
1960.
1924, first appearance.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
1924. We're almost 100 years of Pooh.
Debuted in a poem in 1924.
Okay.
But first
Animation.
cartoonism. I don't know exactly when that would be.
1975.
Disney bought it in 1966.
Okay. So it really was. The ones that we are familiar with. It's
Yeah, for sure.
Disney.
No, I had a great childhood. Power Rangers, Pokemon, 101 Dalmatians, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
What did you, so I did, what did I have? Oh, I watched a lot of Gumby really early on. Gumby and then,
Remember falling asleep to some Gumby?
Smurfs. I watched the Smurfs as a child. Like really early on. I did catch, I'm not even going to lie, I did catch like 6 months of Barney, and then I grew out of it real quick.
Yeah, I was into Barney when I was, again, like probably 0 years old. Let's see here. Batman the Animated Series, obviously. Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Doug, Dexter, Magic School Bus.
Turtles. The Turtles were around for a long time.
Powerpuff Girls, the Turtles, Rocco.
You also forget the
Jackson, what do you want?
how long stuff ran, or how old stuff. Like Pokemon started in '97. That's old, man.
That sounds about right, though. Yeah, I remember we looked it up because I was trying to tell you guys I got a VHS tape in the mail, and you wouldn't believe me, but I looked it up.
Yeah, I don't think I got VHS tapes, but I never got Pokemon.
There must have been a cutoff after you got to Prouty Road. No one past that was...
They're not going into the snow.
You guys didn't get it.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Really bad animation when you
Kablam.
look back on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good. Beavis and Butthead. Ren
Oh,
and
there's no
Stimpy.
like background or anything. They're just floating bots because they're just like, we're not going to finish this episode. We're going to post it anyways.
Jax? Why are you making noise, dude?
Yeah, a lot of the Beast Wars. It's almost unwatchable. You know what's actually good is the story writing though. I lied. It's all bad. It's just more of a cool idea, cool setting because they're on Earth like millions of years before.
Wait. We need to watch some of this. Oh, my.
Oh, Dinobot was my favorite.
Dude, kids are dumb.
Welcome to join us, but you shall not leave.
I mean, that's early though.
I was
this
going to say, I
95?
guess back then we were just like, oh, this is so cool.
But that's great for 95.
I guess.
Do you remember Reboot? I think we've talked about that. You remember Reboot?
No.
Dude, that's so cool. And he has like a sword. And he just like turns his head. Watch. Oh, he turns his butt. He's just got a sword. What kind of robot has a sword? Why are you a robot?
He has a ceiling fan, too.
He has a ceiling fan and a sword. He also can shoot lasers out of his eyes. This guy's Dinobot's got it all.
Dude, it probably took so long for that animation.
In there. Cheater. Maxim. Clamp it, kitty. Nailing the chopper from behind.
What is this? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember watching it, but I don't remember the details. Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's like the animated version of Power Rangers. Like, it looks that cheesy.
Whoa, don't put it into Power Rangers nonsense.
What?
Power Rangers,
They're on the same level, man.
not
They're
even
on
close.
par with each other.
Not
Absolutely
even close.
they are.
No. Power Rangers was a spliced dog shit.
That was animated dog shit.
No. They literally took another show, spliced it in with our actors.
I know how it worked. I'm just saying, production quality wise, animated and live action, they're about equal.
Look, when the Yellow Ranger has a bulge and he's flipping around, that's what happens.
Yellow Ranger's a girl.
Yellow Ranger was a guy in the Japanese one. That's why when they get into their suits, the Yellow Ranger doesn't have tits.
I would never caught that.
Kimberly's still hot, isn't she?
Come here, Jackson.
Hello, doggus.
My doggus is in here. Oh, Jackson Dangus.
All right, Tarkin.
Battlefront, really quick, or we can wait.
BB-8.
Or we can wait.
BB-8's all right. BB-9's
I actually haven't played as BB-8 yet. I've only played as BB-9.
Oh, yeah, they're both fun. It's fun. That's where I'll leave it. Yeah.
It's fun. It's zipping around
When
and bouncing
the game
and jumping.
works, it's fun.
I haven't had any problems except for that one match that quit.
I mean,
It was funny that happened to all of us. The
Yeah.
game just shut down, and we all went back to the Xbox home screen.
yeah,
It's like, what?
the fuck is happening?
But other than that, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah. What is there any other Battlefront news? You said
Not
let's
really.
wait, let's hold off.
I think it's a cool addition. The droids. I hope they do more characters that are support style,
Mhm.
And not specifically combat or specifically like well-rounded like that. Only problem with them in the game is that you really have to play as a group in order for the droids to be effective.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna. Although I did see a YouTube video of someone as BB-8 on a 120 kill streak.
Oh my God, Jesus.
So they're already figuring it out.
Well, people like that.
You just keep moving. He's impossible to hit.
He
if
is
he's-
really hard to
if
hit,
he
yeah.
just keeps moving. Just like Yoda.
But
if you're
it's-
really good with Yoda,
I know, but it's hard to.
hit,
Yeah,
aim.
it's hard to world.
Yep. What more do you want to discuss?
No, I just wanted to bring it up. I'm glad that Capital Supremacy has sequel trilogy era. I'm excited for them to add original trilogy era. I hope we just get some more heroes.
There's so many heroes they're still missing out on. How are you gonna have Leia and not Padme? Like they're equal peoples.
Come here, Jackson.
Do it. So, let's get into Tarkin. I'm not waiting anymore. So, the third installment of the volume 3 of the Darth Vader comics. Like I said, this is going to be the series. The first one's called The Imperial Machine. The second one's Legacy's End.
The Imperial Senate.
And the third one is The Burning Seas with Mon Calamari. Or Mon Cala. At the end of it, they have this little like snippet. I don't know if it's a direct relation to the comic, but they have like an extra little comic that's not directly tied into the storyline of that volume. And it's
Like an
basically,
epilogue?
yeah, kind of. And it's basically Tarkin and Vader. And they start, dude, it's just mad talking shit. And it's all from Tarkin's point of view. And I'll show you a picture here. If you guys are live with us or watching this after the fact, if I still have it here. All right, so take a look at this picture. Look at Vader. How scary, weird.
Looks like the Terminator.
He looks like the fucking Terminator. And of course, it's a little blurry on the screen here. So basically, you start out with Tarkin, and there's a group of people, and they show Vader like that. And it's from Tarkin's point of view. They're basically hunting Vader. And I'm like, why the fuck would they just be hunting Vader? What's the point of this? Long story short,
I'm waiting for you to talk.
Vader feels like he's left alone in the universe. There's no one to match him. So he literally asks Tarkin, he's like, just this weekend, try to kill me. So he does. Tarkin gets a band of people together, just murderers, mercenaries. They go out to this planet that's known for like crazy species, terrible bits of land or whatever. Like the environment's crazy. And
Terrible
they
bits of land.
terrible bits of land.
Really bad plots of land.
And
Moles everywhere.
They try to murder him. They try to sneak up on him. Everything they can do, they try to kill him, and everything fails. It's just Vader is so strong, and he goes through and says basically he's a machine. That when you get him closer to death, he gets more pissed and stronger. So how the fuck are you supposed to kill something like that?
Yeah.
And they get to the point where Tarkin's really smart, obviously. So he brings those little bat species with them because they have great hearing and they can hear Vader's breathing. So they know, okay, Vader's in the area. We better get ready or whatever.
Ooh, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
As stealthily as you can get,
Yeah.
your thing still has to breathe. So
Yeah.
like you always are making sound. Wow.
So they're basing it off
cool.
of that, and they're preparing and they get away a couple times. And Vader's hunting them. They're hunting Vader back and forth. But slowly, Tarkin's losing mercenaries, losing soldiers. And they're camping out one night, and they're like preparing for battle. And Tarkin goes over and says, "Bat dude, like, do you hear anything?" "No, we're clear. I don't hear anything." And then boom, he's there, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And Tarkin basically says, "This dude turned his breather off. The thing that was keeping him alive, he turned off to rampage us. He's basically killing himself to win." Is how, and he's like, how am I supposed to?
How long
beat
can you
this
hold
dude?
your breath?
Exactly. He's like, I didn't realize from Tarkin's point of view, I didn't realize he could do that.
I don't think Vader even realized he could do that until they wrote it in the comic. Would have come in handy a couple other times.
Vader deactivated his armor's breathing apparatus. I did not know he could. I've never heard him without it. I assumed he needed it to survive.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's some murdering that goes on.
Well, he is a savage. You got to do savage things when you're on the hunt.
So, in respect to Vader, when he takes life, he comes to life. Oh, dude.
I really, this is all Charles Soule, right? This new run of comics. I really like the writing in these.
Yeah, I mean, it's brutal personal stuff. At the end of it, it gets to Vader has Tarkin down on the ground, and Vader's about to kill him, but they got to a bad bit of land, and Vader gets electrocuted because there's storms constantly going on, and with Tarkin laying on the ground, Vader's the tallest big probe. So basically, he gets electrocuted and falls to the ground. They're both laying next to each other, and Vader's struggling to breathe and dying, and Tarkin's like, this guy, it's impossible. There's nothing going to kill this dude. He's killing himself to live. He's killing people to live. He can't breathe to live. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? How do you outsmart a demon?
You shock him by accident.
You accidentally shock him.
You shock someone else so that he picks you up, and he accidentally gets shocked by your shock.
But isn't that crazy that he turns his fucking breathing apparatus off?
That's really cool. You always think I was jesting at the beginning when I said, oh, great, we're going to talk about Vader again. But it's funny that there's always more. It's such a well-written character that there's always more to add to his story.
Yeah, and I'm reading it on or digitally on this Comixology I think I've talked about, but I have all 4 volumes on here now. I seriously, each volume it's like 150 pages of comics, $4. $4 fucking dollars. Of course, I'm gonna spend $4 for a Vader comic. Come on.
$4. I've been actually off the comic game for a few weeks. Is the next Kylo Ren thing out?
I don't know. That's probably the next thing I'm gonna buy because I think I'm maxed out on the Vader thing. I'm caught up.
Now explain this app to me because I downloaded one and I don't know if it was the same one, but it only had comics that were brand new would not be available on digital for a certain period of time. So I couldn't get the brand new releases on the app.
I don't know the release rules. I had to wait for the next 2 volumes for a bit. But I think you can buy them individually. But I just wait for the collection, so it's all in one download.
Yeah.
But for $4, like I said, it's hard to pass up.
$4.
So, Vader is talking mad shit
to everyone.
To Tarkin again.
And to everyone all the time.
Yeah, and they're talking shit. They're discussing the Death Star. And it's kind of a preemptive Episode 4 discussion. This technological terror. Vader's basically talking shit to about the Death Star. He said, "Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. This shit is nothing next to the power of the Force." He says, "I rely only on the Force as we should all." And he said, and Tarkin talks mad shit right back and says, "And yet, aren't you a technological aberration, Lord Vader? Your suit is your suit not a product of blah blah blah? It's a machine."
Yeah.
So you're over here jealous of my death ball because you want to be the strongest death ball? Basically,
Death suit.
That's what he says. I think I see the truth of it. You want to be the only technological aberration.
The Emperor's most frightening enforcer.
Yeah. Our battle station will rob you of the title of the most enforcing thing in the galaxy. Vader looks at him and says, basically, don't invest too much of yourself in this battle station. It may end up being your tomb.
Oh.
And Tarkin says, is that a threat, Lord Vader? No, Governor, merely a prediction. Vader saw Episode 4 before Episode 4 came out.
That is a savage line. I wonder if he could probably tell through the Force
Yeah.
that something bad was going to happen. He had a premonition or something like that.
This is the stuff,
Evacuate?
that relationship
moment of
between
triumph.
Vader and Tarkin. See, Tarkin's screen time was so short-lived for how crazy smart and epic he is to the saga. And this is the stuff that we see kind of play out between like Hux and Kylo, where they're both like needed-ish. But Tarkin and Vader were just like at each other's throats, literally hunted each other to be the best of each other. You know what I'm saying? To be the best of myself. Since there's no Jedi out there to fucking kill, there's no equals. Why don't you take, I don't know, 1 million people and try to kill me?
Well, they were rivals at first too.
Yeah. Well, and we see a little bit of the devilish character of Tarkin when he's pushing down the dominoes of the Jedi Council in that episode when Ahsoka leaves, because he's the one in the courtroom saying, "Jedi, you're dumb."
Think you're stupid, Jedi. You don't have your shit together.
Yeah. Yeah, I
need to rewatch some of the Tarkin Clone Wars stuff.
And I'm glad he does pop. I'm really, really glad he pops up in Rogue One.
Yeah,
I don't care how. Oh, he looked up. No, fuck you.
You're just wrong.
Thank God he was in there.
He also looked fucking awesome.
Director Krennic.
Director Krennic.
I love how he treats Director Krennic. Your death ball? I think my name's on it. I'm having it etched into the side of it right now.
The inaugural Tarkin Death Ball.
The Deathticle. Yeah.
What's his first name?
Tarkin.
I forgot his first name. Yeah.
Wilhelm.
Oh, Wilhuff. Thank you.
Wilhuff.
Wilhuff. Willie Huff.
Yeah, he's a savage, man.
He is. Yeah, I've never had a complaint about his Rogue One appearance. He looked incredible.
Yeah, it's
impeccable.
It's one of those characters that also ties the Clone Wars and the original trilogy together, and which is nice because he's so old in Episode 4 that they allowed them to do that, to backtrack and make him prominent. And he's like I said, he's one of the figures, obviously along with Palpy, that really just pushes the dominoes down of the Jedi Council.
I would like to see, with that in mind, some filler material with that new general from Rise of Skywalker, because he served
Pride,
the Empire.
Yeah.
So I would like to see some tie-in of what he was doing during the rebellion.
Did he say he served him in?
He just said the Old War.
The Old War.
Which
how old is he?
I was just gonna say that could go back to Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's what I would assume.
He's an old savage.
The dark side's keeping him alive.
It's an older actor, sir, but he checks out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I like Vader.
Vader, I would highly recommend. I haven't gotten into the fourth one. I just started the fourth one, but I finished the third volume, The Burning Seas.
I need to pick it back up. I only got about halfway through.
Like I said, there are some ridiculous things that happen when he's fighting Jocasta Nu, and
I think I stopped because I was confused about the app that I was using. Like I couldn't see everything, and I was like, "Well, great, I'm only halfway through. What the fuck?" Because I bought the first 5 or 6 on the actual like single issues.
Yeah. So this collection I'm looking at, it's called the Imperial Machine. It has Vader or comics 1 through 6 for $11. Oh wait, it's 70% off.
That's
so
convenient.
You're like, fuck. Let's purchase. Can I buy it twice, just in case?
Just I want to support Disney. I am a shill after all.
Yeah.
Clink clink. I think I mentioned this last.
And the visuals, man, where Vader's in his own yoga stance and he's burning and he's got phantom limbs there.
What? That's
crazy. He looks like a fucking demon.
That's sweet.
Look at that.
He is a demon.
It looks like an X-Man.
Those are really cool visuals. I might have to pick it back up again.
Look how he's holding this baby. Like the peach on Naboo.
What?
Yeah.
What's he doing with the baby?
He kills a mother, steals the baby.
Oh my god.
And genocide's too brutal for episode 1.
For the screen, next to Jar Jar. You can't have Jar Jar and his band of merry Gungans being killed. Yeah,
you know what's funny is that picture of him looking like a fucking demon. That's literally, he gets done with the Grand Inquisitor, and Grand Inquisitor basically says, actually, we're good for now. There's no major missions. So Vader goes into a fucking demon. He turns into hell.
Well, he's got to meditate, or else he can't carry out all that murder. You see his little device?
Yeah, it's getting upgraded.
I know, but it looks like my soundboard.
Oh, it does kind of.
Next time we record, I just want to stick that thing on my chest. Toot, toot, toot. Sorry. Vader's chest console looks like my Rodecaster, which is what I record podcasts on.
Koth
Eathcoth.
gets murdered, and that's his child, which they steal.
I was gonna say I thought
There's some crazy shit, man.
Wait, I thought he was the one that died in the chambers. Why did I make that up?
In the chambers? What chambers?
Well, when Palpatine kills those 4.
Oh,
I
no.
thought he was one of them. No.
That was Kit Fisto. Who was the other one? It was Kit.
Some dude with long nails.
Long nails.
I'm not joking. Here, hang
He need the trims. Check the visual dictionary. Long nail dude. Look at Vader babysitting through his eyes. He just says quiet.
on. That is really funny. Is that a little Zabrak baby?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ekoth's baby. I'm telling you.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Eathcoth.
All right, I got you.
Is this still
Aegon Kolar, Stacey Tin, and Kit Fisto, who were all quickly disposed of. That's the
him.
guy. It's the Zabrak dude with longer hair. He's got what's the Star Trek guy?
Freckles?
He looks like the Star Trek.
Oh,
guy.
he does look like I don't know his name either. Interesting.
What a bitch.
There's quite a few Dothraki out there.
This is the dude with long fingers. Hang on. I need a picture of him holding his lightsaber so I can prove it. And there isn't one.
Well, there was a kind of a sketch here. Look at the fingers on that thing. Are those fingers? Oh, he's holding a PS4 controller, I think.
I don't know what the fuck is happening. Ah. All right. That's enough.
That's his
Yeah.
legacy, dying.
You ever sit back and think how quickly Coleman Trevor went out?
Who?
Coleman Trevor.
Oh, that's the dinosaur guy.
Yeah, that he tries to go face to face with Dooku, and
he is the
Jango's
Beast Lord.
like, nope.
I'm here. Ah! The sound. Oh, by the way,
Why isn't Jango fat in Battlefront? Is that what you were about to say?
the Oscars are tonight, and we've got.
Oh.
I think.
How many fucking movie award shows are there?
I know the Golden Globes.
They've already had like 3.
Tommies, the Oscars, the Golden Globes.
Tommies.
Yeah.
The Tonys?
The
That's from
Tommy.
musical theater.
That's a different one, I think.
That's musical theater. Yeah, but there's the Oscars, the Emmys, the Golden Globes, the Academy Awards. Are those all the same thing? Or are they all different things?
It's all different. One of them has like TV series in it. One of them doesn't. The Oscars are just big movies. I don't know. The Golden Globes, it's a separate. I don't fucking know. I think the Golden Globes, it does include TV series. But I know the Joker. Let's see. Episode 9, I think has 3 nominations. It's all sound design stuff, soundtrack, sound design. The Joker has 11 nominations.
Isn't it just similar nominations to whatever the last award show was, though?
I think this is more closely related to the Golden Globes.
Where's Tommy Boy when you need him?
Yeah,
Come back.
the Tonys.
Those are the wrong ones.
I know the Tonys are live action on stage
With accompanying music.
with all of it. Oh
I'm
man!
gonna start calling them that. You want to go see a live action on stage with accompanying music show?
I am excited to see what the Joker wins because I think it's unique enough.
Sorry, I think that's funny. I'm gonna text myself that.
I mean, being nominated for 11. I don't know what the record is for nominations, but 11 nominations is quite outrageous. So
Didn't John Williams at the last show become the most awarded or the most nominated film composer of all time?
I did not.
He
hear
got
that.
like his 54th nomination.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. I'm assuming
That's
he's
like-
been nominated for because didn't he do like Jurassic Park too?
Oh yeah, Home Alone
And
E.T.
did he do Terminators?
No,
He did Harry Potter.
started it. Yeah,
Oh, he didn't finish Harry Potter.
he just did the first 2.
Oh, how weird.
He didn't have time for that shit.
That is weird that he did Jurassic Park.
Why is it
seems
weird?
I don't know. It just seems like an offshoot quite a bit.
I'm gonna look it up Johnny.
Because while Jurassic Park is still, I guess, technically science fiction, it doesn't feel like science fiction. It's
I mean,
not
he doesn't only do
space.
science fiction.
Yes, he does.
That isn't not true. List of compositions by Jonathan Williams. Oh my God.
Let's start. Which decade do you want to start in?
The 60s.
It starts in the 50s. He's got 2.
Oh yeah. Daddy-O. I want to watch Daddy-O.
That porn.
Oh, my cable's going bad. I want to watch Daddy-O. Did you guys hear me? Did you guys hear me say that?
Oh, it's gone bad.
Did you guys hear me say that? I got slimed.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff. To be honest, I can't watch anything before Star Wars. Star Wars is my
77,
limit.
you mean?
Yeah, Star Wars is my limit. Jaws.
I like old movies.
Jaws might be the other one.
75 Jaws. Yeah.
You get earlier than that, and if it's not a comedy, you lose me real quick.
So here's some highlights: Jaws, Star Wars, Close Encounters, Jaws 2, Superman, Dracula,
Star Wars.
Empire,
E.T.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, E.T.
Wow. You get into the 90s here. Home Alone, Hook,
Superman.
Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Jesus.
Oh, I forgot about Hook. JFK.
Saving Private Ryan. There's some huge movies here. Harry Potter, Catch Me If You Can's a great movie.
The Patriot.
Oh.
Minority Report. I love Minority Report.
He did Prisoner of Azkaban.
You okay,
Isn't that the
dude?
third one?
Lay down. You're freaking me out. He's acting weird. The third what? Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah, that's the third one, isn't it?
Yeah, he did the first 3.
You said first 2. About 1 minute
Oh, my
ago.
bad. My bad.
I'm just correcting you
I
because
forgot
you're
there's
wrong.
8 of them. I forgot some
Blustery.
details.
Blustery's a word, bro.
that is stop, Jackson. Jesus.
You know one of the most overrated movies? Maybe I'll try to watch it again, but Lincoln.
What are you doing, dog? Sorry, if you're not watching the stream, Jackson's just chilling up here. And by just, I mean he's trying to lick my face.
Whoa.
You're a pretty good co-star, but you're kind of in my face right now. You're distracting me.
2021, we've got Indiana Jones 5 coming out. Jesus.
I thought Rise of Skywalker was going to be his last one.
Wow.
Oh, he did television too.
We just went through a list of 1,000 things. Oh, yeah, by the way.
Also, all these shows, yeah. Gilligan's Island.
Lost in Space.
Huh.
What is all this? Oh, that's just his
Compositions.
Gotcha.
Non-film score compositions.
That'd be interesting to listen to. I never really
I haven't either.
non-movie stuff. He's been busy, man.
He's been busy for 70 years. Making music for 70 years.
That's
awesome.
it, man.
That's cool.
You know what was shared something recently on Facebook? Buddy Andy Paul shared Blazing Saddles was released like 46 years ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
40? That's when you start talking about something.
Wasn't that a 70s movie though?
40,
I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't be surprising. It's not like he said
right? But that's what I'm saying.
Sandlot was 40 years
I
ago.
feel like the 70s is not that crazy long ago, and to be almost a half century,
yeah, we're getting
and you're
there.
only into the 70s.
We're getting there.
We could see prominent stuff be over a century old by the end of our lives.
World War I's 100 years old.
Like how old is Wizard of Oz? We're gonna see digital
30s.
films. 39, I think, 1939. We're gonna see films
39.
over 100 years old. 100 years is a long fucking time.
You know what I would like to do? What are you doing? He's having a fight with Captain Phasma over here. How about you just stay over here? I would like to see Rotten Tomatoes review classic movies as if they didn't have all the baggage of being a classic movie. It's like, I love Wizard of Oz, but like 98%, really?
You know,
98%? That's why I get so annoyed about the ratings on the original trilogy. Like, I love Star Wars, but come on.
you know, Wizard of Oz is a great movie though.
No, it is.
Like, it's great.
But is it 98%?
Probably.
Oh, well, apparently it is.
Oh, side note, while we're on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't want to give them any more props, but go to Birds of Prey.
You don't want to give Rotten Tomatoes any props? You don't want to give Birds of Prey any props?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa, someone got 100%?
No. Birds of Prey.
Not Birds of Prey. I'm just saying something. Oh, there's an old one?
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. Wow, that's weird.
Why would the old one come up first? Well, I guess it has gone down, but still, that's a great score. For a movie that I wasn't even planning on seeing in theaters.
Yeah, that surprised me when you said that.
Yeah, that's definitely one I was going to pass on.
But you're a pretty big DC fan. I figured you would see it.
I'm not interested in any of that.
I'm interested in it because I don't know anything about any of these characters.
Especially after watching Suicide Squad, paying to see that in theaters, I was like...
A lot of people are saying this is what Suicide Squad should have been.
Oh, okay.
Like it's in a similar...
without an Eminem song in it. And...
yeah, that's when that movie went downhill.
Jesus.
But it's similar style, but actually good.
So you've seen this?
No. I'm telling you, people are saying...
Oh, okay. Yeah, and one of the patrons actually mentioned that he was very pleasantly surprised. So I might have to add it to my go see list. Look at that, Doolittle. That's worse than episode 8.
No, Rise of Skywalker is the lowest.
Look at the audience score. Look at that difference.
I'm sure it's just a fun movie. Who gives a fuck?
I know. Audience score gave Doolittle 76. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 15.
Did you listen to him on Rogan?
Yeah, I listened to the beginning of it.
I just thought it was interesting that he was talking about it. It's like, just because he's been Iron Man for 12 years doesn't mean he can't go and just do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder...
He's been in a lot of stuff recently, though.
I wonder if this came out on its own without any of that, if it would still get that lower rating. Or maybe it's just really bad. I don't know. I feel like it can't be that bad.
That's so crazy how different that is. Audience scores... I mean, really what we should be basing everything off of is audience score, because that's the people that matter. Critics are, like, paid off to, like, say certain shit.
I wonder how much that's true. I don't know.
Like, what makes you a critic? I've seen a lot more movies than you. Or do they all go to film school?
I don't know. They go to a critic school.
Oh, I know how to talk shit, too.
Well, yeah, I wonder if they just have, like, a... I don't know. Maybe they know more about the process of filmmaking. They can judge it a little more than I can.
But are the movies for critics or are the movies for the casual fan?
They're for the casual fan. What are you doing, dog? Jesus. He's acting weird. I'm worried about him.
He's got to piss. I got to pee too.
We'll go pee.
I don't want to get
You,
him
Jackson,
mad.
can go pee outside on the grass.
Pissers.
Well, I'm going to go watch Doolittle in theaters right now.
God, yeah, it's on the list. Yeah, so Birds of Prey, it's good. It's good to see something like that get a high rating. At least a decent rating. 80% is a lot higher than I expected. So
I think as long as DC just does what they do,
do what they did.
do what they done, and just stop trying to cater and stop trying to model and copy. Just do the DC thing. Take risks. I'm going to be all about it. So, yeah. I might wait on that one. I don't know.
What?
Birds of Prey.
You just said I wasn't going to see it.
I was yelling at you because you're a DC fan.
You don't enjoy DC movies?
I liked Joker. I like all the Batman stuff.
Batman's in this.
What?
She's a Batman villain.
Yeah, but Batman's not in it.
Batman's not in Joker.
Yeah, but Joker's in Joker. Joker's not in this either.
I missed something or something.
Joker's not in this.
Yeah.
It's just Harley Quinn. She don't need no Joker.
I am excited to see her. My eyes got big. So,
I'm gonna go play some Battlefront.
yeah, I'm not.
Oh, are you agreeing with me?
Well, on what?
You're gonna go play some Battlefront?
Oh, no, I'm
no,
not.
you're not.
No, I've been playing Far Cry. I got back into Far Cry 4. It's the most intense game I've ever played.
Yeah, you did speak praises about that. I never played it.
It's open world, very propaganda oriented. Like it's like a
That's all like
faction
in the
of-
nature.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in the Himalayas. So like northern India, Nepal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a group's rising to power, and it's all evil, so you're fighting against them. But it's like literally you get bonus points for finding posters or propaganda posters of tearing them down. Like there's 1 out of a million. Okay, you tore down another one. But it's cool, man. It's really intense. And even Glass Armor mentioned, like during an intense scene, she's like I was sneaking up to a fortress, and she's like, you know why this is intense? Because there's no music.
Yeah.
It's just birds, and then you hear like rustles, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you get blindsided by a tiger.
That can happen in India, though.
I got snatched up by a fucking alligator the other day. Oh my god, it was intense. I didn't know alligators were in the game, and I was just walking around, and all of a sudden I just heard a growl, and then I just fell to the ground.
Just trying to raise your sneak skill, and all of a sudden,
dude.
saber cat rolls around.
Yeah, everything.
Tears your ass
Rhinos can take a lot of bullets, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, the rhinos are the number one, and getting hit by cars. That's funny.
Why don't you just get up in a tree and get away from the rhino?
You can't get up in a tree.
Why?
Because you can't.
That's not part of the game?
You can't. No, you can't climb the trees.
Why wouldn't they put... What?
How many trees can you climb in Skyrim?
I'm just saying, if it's that realistic and you're supposed to be survival, like I feel like that climbing a tree would be a big part of that. Like, hey, let me get away from 95% of my predators.
Yeah, eagles attack you too.
95%, I said.
That's the 5. Alligators can fly. This one.
And humans have guns.
You know how hard it is to shoot an eagle? It's fucked. But it's an intense game, man.
You just got to get one of those chainmail gloves so that the eagle can land on you and you can control him.
Train him. Give it a name.
Yeah.
Bart. Bart the Eagle.
Bart Jr.
Yeah, crazy good game. And I've spent hours upon hours. Not a lot, but let's call it like 7 hours in the game. And it's like, you are 9% done. Fuck. I'm not even scratching the surface here. I literally walked.
Probably completion, though, right? Not like story mode.
No, I think that's completion of the story mode, because I can do side missions and it won't add to that completion.
Gotcha.
But I was just kind of exploring, and basically the map's clouded out. You have to go to these radio towers and take over the radio tower, and it'll open up part of the map. But you go in blindly. Mm-hmm. It'll just say the radio tower's that way, and you follow and you look for it. And once you take it over, it opens that piece of the map. But I literally was doing that, and I got to a point where I got a little note on my fucking screen that said, "You might want to turn back. This area is dangerous." I was like, I'm not. I kept going, and it literally was just like, "Don't go any further." I was like, "I'm not going any further," because in the easy part, I got eaten by an alligator. So,
well, they could be bluffing.
I mean, I did try to take over the fortress by myself, and rockets happened upon my face.
You should be able to sneak in if it's just you, though, right?
You can, but once you kill someone, they all are alerted.
And it's not like Skyrim where they just like, oh, must spin the wind.
Yeah. No, they hunt you down.
My bodyguard just got decapitated by an arrow. Oh, I guess it's gone.
They do say, must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Need something?
Need something. Yeah. So really, really happy, but getting through that game. It's very intense. It's like a Skyrim open world feel, but let's throw guns and crazy wildlife and propaganda and dude, it's so like there's like supply trucks for the enemy going through, and one of the small like side missions is to blow up those supply trucks and or commandeer one of those. So I like throw C4 if I hear something coming, and I hide in a bush. And sometimes it's just like a car with normal good people in it. And I'm like, I'm fucking terrified walking around. But you just hear a vehicle and you get off the road and you're like, Jesus Christ. But it's cool when it is like a supply truck and you blow it up and it's just like 4 times kill and you get all this extra money because you...
Do you get penalized for killing civilians?
Oh, yeah. You have karma points in that. And it'll hurt you. Because you can call people to aid you, and if you have bad karma, no one shows up, and you're like fucked. So, and the environment reacts so like if you blow up a truck and there's the grass catches fire. If there's a tree in the grass, the tree catches fire, and there's other trees by. I mean, it'll start like burning everything. So in like a long battle,
that's crazy.
Someone throws a Molotov cocktail. And there's like 6 guys in front of you. While you're doing that, like fire's burning behind you, and you got to watch out for that because you'll die instantly.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
so
cool.
stressful, dude.
I like that.
It's fun though.
That's a cool, that environmental stuff makes a difference. I was just thinking the other day in Skyrim that I wish there was a mod for weather. Or maybe there is a mod for weather. Not weather, sorry, seasons.
Oh yeah.
Because I know like the northernmost regions of Skyrim, and
snow.
obviously is always snow, but when you're a little further south, I feel like I would like to see it go through autumn and go through winter, go
Yeah.
through spring or whatever.
Yeah.
It might be nice.
Yeah, like Riften should get like flakes of snow every once in a while.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Or like if it's really snowing, you can't get up the mountain pass, you just have to wait.
Visually, the game is beautiful. It's stunning.
I remember
it's
that.
Stunning.
I've seen it played a couple times.
It's
Is it stunning?
it's like a brand new Skyrim, to be honest. Like you walk out on this porch and you just look, and it looks like a movie. It's really awesome. So
Although, since I have been playing Skyrim, I've been playing the special edition or ultimate edition or whatever. Graphics are really
they updated
still
it. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the update was from what 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, but they constantly, they're tweaking it. I got an update like 2 weeks ago.
I know, but it's almost 10 years old and it looks fucking awesome.
It does look great. It lives up. Lives up to the age of it.
I really want them to make the next one.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, in the meantime, if you want something, I know the guns part of it, it does throw a little, it's a
I'm
little
okay with
different,
that.
but it is really fun.
I have been looking for something. I just don't know exactly what.
You can also do co-op campaign. So you could help me. It's kind of like Dark Souls where I can do my campaign online and you can help me out.
Oh, yeah, and weren't you guys talking about Resident Evil a couple weeks ago?
Resident Evil, I think 4, maybe it does start with 5. But those are the older ones. I think 4 starts you can do co-op online. So me and Kerner were playing that.
I wouldn't mind doing that. And then also, I know you mentioned Halo on a regular basis. I still haven't played the Master Chief edition.
Actually, Tommy Boy and I tried to do that recently, and it's fucked. We couldn't get it to work. I don't know if they were having issues with the servers or something, but we couldn't log in. And
That's a bummer.
so, yeah, but it is really fun. Especially Halo 2 is...
Yeah.
The updates on that are ridiculous. So it really is. It's a beautiful game. To play through the Master Chief Edition, Halo 2 is 100 times better than Halo 3 because they didn't do any updates to Halo 3. Halo 2 looks like a fucking movie. It looks so good.
Nice.
So, all right. Go see Doolittle.
I might. I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to see it.
Never.
I would like a new video game to play, so I will take a look at Far Cry.
It should be, Far Cry 4, I think Far Cry 5's out, and between here and there was Far Cry Primal as well.
I'll just wait for Far Cry
So
10.
I think Far Cry 4 is at least 2 or 3 games ago. But it's a great one. Especially if you still want, like Jedi Fallen Order had a little bit of adventure, but not open world. This, you can go any fucking where.
And sometimes the open world can get exhausting. Because like Skyrim, I don't know the whole game, but I know a lot of it. Or at least know how it works. But sometimes if it's completely open world, I'm just like, I feel like this is a job and I have tasks and I'm like getting exhausted just playing this.
The maps on Far Cry are really cool, so you can like zoom out, obviously. But the tokens and the icons that are available, it'll give you like a quick summary of the quest or the mission that's tied to that. So you can kind of go through your map and be like, what am I close by? All right, I can get a bunch of money from this guy to do this. I can do this propaganda thing over here. There's a bell tower or a radio tower a mile away. Maybe I'll head that way and take that over. So you have like options, and it's really fun. And even like there's I think 17 radio towers. Every single tower is different. So it's not like there's a stock tower that you know how to get up, because it's almost a puzzle how to get up because they're just like thrown together, the towers themselves. So it's fun to like.
There's more variation.
The variation in the game is ridiculous.
That's good.
It really is. So.
Good.
Yeah, I hate when it's an open world and like half of the world is doubled. Like we'll just put this same mountain over here.
Yeah.
Well, every cave you go into is almost the same. This one's like it's all over the place. This area has alligators. They fly?
Stay the fuck away from
They
the
fly
alligators.
now. They fly now. So.
They fly now.
It's a fun game. Yeah. So I recommend that. I might poke around later this week in Battlefront, but I am kind of back on the Far Cry train.
Cool.
Takes up a lot of time.
I'm gonna keep playing Battlefront.
You can continue to be unhappy, but
I've been pretty happy with it lately, actually. It's been fun.
I have been still doing a Starfighter Assault. I love that. Oh, to wrap this up, I saw at Barnes & Noble a standalone book about A-Wings, and I was like, how weird. That's to pick an A-Wing to do a book about. It was just a little, and it almost had like a paper plane thing that you could build out of the fucking book. It was weird. But they was talking about the designs of the A-Wings and behind the scenes of how, like, why they were called A-Wings, and it wasn't anything about their shape. It was literally they were adding new ships to the Star Wars universe, and they're like, well, this is going to be A starship. Like, they were just doing it in a line. A starship, B starship, and we'll keep making new ones. And it ended up being A-Wing, B-Wing, as they added in Episode 6. But they said basically the A-Wings have such little shields that, like, a direct blast, you're fucked. Yeah. So only the premium top pilots can fly A-Wings. And I was like, why isn't Luke in an A-Wing? Is he not good enough?
I've never considered him that great a pilot.
Thank you. First of all, he doesn't have the Force, so oh, wait.
What?
You know, well, my mind went to Anakin being the chosen.
Mean to say?
My mind went to Anakin being the chosen one. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
You mean Luke's not made out of the Force?
Omnipotent.
I guess we're all made out of the Force from a certain point of view.
Blustery.
Inside your cells, yes.
Yes, inside your cells. Even though you're cellless, bitch, you're an obtagon.
Anakin is just one giant midichlorian. He's in the cell of the world.
He is
of the galaxy.
He is the Force, man. He's the Force. Yeah, I thought, why isn't Luke? Everybody considers Luke to be one of the best pilots, and even like going forward in the Legends books, like he's like general. Like what?
I hate that. I really just don't like it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't mind him being a general, but I don't. They start handing out the fucking name General Solo, General Organa, General Skywalker. Oh, Lando's here. Yep, give him a general, and we're all generals.
That's how desperate they were. They needed everybody they could fucking get.
And they even poke fun at it in Episode 9, where Poe comes in and he's like, I need someone with me. You're a general now.
General?
Cool.
Thank
General.
you. Appreciate that.
General. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. Like, it's that easy. That's funny. I think that's funny. You want to be a general? Go get me a good coffee.
I don't know if you want me as a general. I used to bang robots. That's okay. We need all the help we can get.
Believe me.
At this point of the hour.
We got horny robots around here. Get something off their mind so they get shit done. So, good day, Galaxy Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you for fumbling through this one. Episode 220.
220.
None of us won on the Rogue One Guess the Scene because we're all trash humans. So,
out of practice. Haven't played in a while.
Yeah,
Also haven't watched that one in a while.
We'll get back on that. What will be the next Star Wars film you're going to be watching here? Cue it up.
I've been working at home, so I've just had stuff on in the background. I watched 3, 4, 5, and 6 over the past week just in the background. So,
you know, I might actually. I'm going to zen myself. I gotta travel some this week. I'm going to try to watch episode 4 like I've never seen a movie before and just try to absorb the characters and what's happening to them and try to be like, I mean, you're going to have to pick apart what they're saying. Like, Clone Wars. What the fuck could a Clone War look like? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
From a certain point of view.
So, good day, Galaxy. I'm Mopar. That is...
I'm a Commander.
Did you order it? Visual dictionaries?
I'm about to click proceed to checkout.
You got to add that nudie one, too. Yeah. He's of the midriff.